not really feeling college. I can't play as good in college as I can, man. But
The play is dagger from the formation bunch by flex. It can be found in these different playbooks, but I'm going to show you a setup from our Georgia offensive game plan on wincollegefootball.com. Now, in order to run this play, we want to make sure that our bunch is to the wide side of the field. To set it up, we don't need to use defense. Just with half of the ball, we can have an easy man. Now, what's so great about this play is every single one you throw is man coverage. When you snap the football, your first read is going to be the tight end drag. This is going to be man-to-man defense, not shaded underneath your right hand side. Next, you're going to have one of the best man beat runs in this halfback offense. If your opponent's in man coverage, they're going to have to use this route, and they can throw every man coverage. Absolutely every zone defense and has a special trick against match in College Football 25. The play is verticals from the formation gun cluster halfback strong. And this is a setup from our Georgia offensive game plan on wincollegefootball.com. Now with our bunch to the wide side of the field, we're going to set this play up by dragging our tight end and streaking our running back. First, let's take a look at this play against cover 3 and cover 4 zone defense. If they're not shading down, your first read is going to be this tight end drag route for an easy 5 to 10 yards. Next, you're going to read this defender right here. If he runs with the crossing route, you're going to have the running back wide open and deep. If he stays back to guard the running back, you're going to have the crossing route as it gets to the sideline for an easy 15 to 20 yards. If you think it's a cover 2 zone, you're going to read this. Here's a play that you need to know about because it beats absolutely every zone defense and has a special trick against match in College Football 25. The play is verticals from the formation gun cluster halfback strong. And this is a setup from our Georgia offensive game plan on wincollegefootball.com. Now with a bunch to the wide side of the field, we're going to set this play up by dragging our tight end and streaking our running back. First, let's take a look at this play against cover 3 and cover 4 zone defense. If they're not shading down, your first read is going to be this tight end drag route for an easy 5 to 10 yards. Next, you're going to read this defender right here. If he runs with the crossing route, you're going to have the running back wide open. If he stays back to guard the run. Every zone defense has a special trick against match in College Football 25. The play is verticals from the formation gun cluster halfback strong. And this is a setup from our Georgia offensive game plan on wincollegefootball.com. Now with our bunch to the wide side of the field, we're going to set this play up by dragging our tight end and streaking our running back. First, let's take a look at this play against cover 3 and cover 4 zone defense. If they're not shading down, your first read is going to be this tight end drag route for an easy 5 to 10 yards. Next, you're going to read this defender right here. If he runs with the crossing route, you're going to have the running back wide open. If he stays back to guard the running back, you're going to have the crossing route as it gets to the sideline for an easy 15 to 20 yards. If you think it's a cover zone, you're going to read this defender right here. This is a setup from our Georgia offensive game plan on wincollegefootball.com. Now with a bunch to the wide side of the field, we're going to set this play up by dragging our tight end and streaking our running back. First, let's take a look at this play against cover 3 and cover 4 zone defense. If they're not shading down, your first read is going to be a tight end drag route for an easy 5 to 10 yards. Next, you're going to read this defender right here. If he runs with the crossing route, you're going to have the running back wide open and seam. If he stays back to guard the running back, you're going to have the crossing route as it gets to the sideline for an easy 15 to 20 yards. If you think it's a cover 2 zone, you're going to read this defender right here. With the ball either on or close to it, one of the little up clears that zone, we should be able to pass it outside for 15 to 20 yards. Otherwise, we're still going to have the high-low read between the drag route and the strong. And what's special about this play, with 4 receivers on one side, this will press on your tight end. If they try to run a cover 4 forward, it's going to turn into a cover 4 drive where nobody's going to match, and you're going to dodge them right over the field. Next, I'm going to show you one of the most overpowered quick snap plays in College Football 25. Now this is from our Colorado offensive game plan on wincollegefootball.com. The play is smash. Quick stop step. Now the best thing about this play is you can run it completely stock. You don't need to change a thing as long as your trips are to the wide side of the field. Now against man or match defense, you're going to have your choice between the running back and the extra receiver.
yeah, buddy, we need some motherfucking plays, boy.
Wide open on the sideline, so it's potentially something.
Lightweight suck.
And if your opponent's in front of three, and you get a little bit of time in the pocket, this inverted fade route is going to be throwable for a potential one-play touchdown. And now I want to show you a play that you absolutely need to know about because it's the best long play in your team. The play is key to the Alabama offensive defense and college football.com. Now you're always going to want to run this play with the button to the wide side of the field. Against the cover 3 defense, we're going to set this play up by simply dragging our tight end. And our first read is going to be this wide receiver in the fade.
The Los Angeles Coliseum, once home to the Olympic Games and many of the most memorable moments in sports, and also home to the USC Trojans, who are prepared to fight on once again today. What a game and what potential drama we have in store. You've seen this script before. Top 10 team goes into a cauldron of emotion on the road and just hopes to be able to get out and tell about it. As we'll see the number 5 team in the country, the Kentucky Wildcats, taking on another team from the Big 12, the USC Trojans. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Kentucky about to kick off to get things underway. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. And the return man showing great vision to be able to find some space and put his team in much better field position. The offense lining up for a first down play. He's got a yard out to the 30-yard line. The Trojans want to crank the tempo. Gives it to the back on the draw. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back. You got to make that tackle. You can't make it easy on the offense when now they got a manageable situation.
Just need a few inches on third down to move the sticks on this opening drive. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember,
going for it all. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
Didn't connect last time. Let's see if they throw it again on second down. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Makes the tackle at the 31. It's a pickup of 5 on the play. Ball at the 31. Third and short coming. Defense trying to rise up. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Well, on third and short in field goal range, they dial up the pass play. Quarterback was trying to get through his progressions. There was just simply nobody open. Couldn't make an accurate enough throw. Ball falls incomplete. Now setting up a big decision here on fourth down.
This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on fourth down. Oh, he just flat ran over it. Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. And the Trojans are on the move.
Well, on that fourth down, if they don't get it, the head coach is at the podium after the game with some explaining to do. That's not the situation. You're expecting them to run the football, but the gamble pays out.
On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the big hit.
Nice job by the QB, sitting back in the pocket. You can tell he wants to throw the football, go through his progressions. Nothing home, take off, and slide. I love the slide at the end. Don't take a big shot.
The play action fake. Boy, did that one have
Looks like he
revolutions
dropped
on
a
it,
pick.
but it's incomplete.
I think as a quarterback, you get in your mind before the snap a lot of times where you're going with the football. And sometimes you lock on it a little bit too long, and right there I think he did. We probably want that throwback.
From the gun. Give on the inside. Got enough space. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown USC. Lining up to add another. And the PAT makes it 7-0. They took it 71 yards down the field, and it was capped off with an impressive 16-yard run for the score. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. They think they can create space here with the run to the right. Got room in the 35. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
They're going to ride this running back. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. On the run, it's Chubb. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Makes the grab over the middle. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. On 4th down, looking to pass. The completion well past the sticks. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
Looking to move it through the air. Got it in the middle. It's Chubb. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? They're finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Here's the handoff. Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down.
First and goal, Kentucky.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost trying to defend their own end zone.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, USC 7, Kentucky 0.
They love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. With the run on first and goal. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Kentucky.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Getting set for the point after. Splits the uprights. An 84-yard drive there, and he got into the house from the 6 to finish it. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job. Opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Handoff from the shotgun. At the 40, there he goes. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47. The Trojans headed quickly to the line.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Off the play fake. Throws to the wideout. He makes the catch, but the officials right on top of it, signaling out of bounds. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Fires to the wideout. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
Three straight incompletions, and undaunted, they'll go for it on 4th and 10. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And the Trojans are moving quickly down the field. Quarterback will audible. They want to just keep throwing it. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Hey, listen, the quarterback didn't get the completion on that throw, but that doesn't mean you can't try again. Trust in your playmakers outside to push the field and stretch it vertically and make a play for you. It won't surprise me to see this QB take more shots as this game goes on.
Fast motion from the offense. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll run it out of the shotgun.
And these RPOs always put the defense in a bind. But listen, you give up the run, they get a short little gain, no harm, no foul.
Going to work in the red zone, they can pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion trying to get the defense to show its hand. A little release to the back. Smashes ahead. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojan. That was an absolute sledgehammer of a drive, just taking the air out of the ball.
And it's hard when you run that many plays not to make a mistake and throw an interception or get penalties and put you in a bad spot. But the offense just strung play after play after play together and got in the end zone.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Kentucky has it back, and the big blue offense takes the field. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tired.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And on money down defensively, you got to find ways to affect the quarterback. Nice job by the defense, getting the pressure, getting to him, getting a hit on him, and forcing the incompletion, and now forcing the fourth down.
Gets his first one of the day off. He was called on 4 times in last week's win. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
At the 35, he's loose. Got a lot of running room. Touchdown, Trojans! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
And he's going to try to return this one. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points, and you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And it's such a good opportunity to cut into a one-score game, create that momentum, get some good juices going for the second half, because obviously, you built yourself a little bit of a deficit. You need some good things to happen, and it needs to happen on this possession.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Trying play action. Getting some heat. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. delay of game penalty. This is just sloppy. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion. Kentucky sends out the punting unit.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd and California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
And it'll come to rest just inside the 50-yard line. USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. And with the ball in a spot like this, David, they might try to get something on the board before the break.
Oh, great opportunity to be aggressive. Find those couple plays you like. Push the ball down the field. At least try to get a field goal here, Tom.
That's it, David. Just a couple of first downs here could be enough to steal 3 points before this half is over.
He rifles one deep down the right side.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball landing out of bounds.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They'll go with a direct snap. Lowers that shoulder and delivers the blow. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Lets it fly. And that one is picked off in the end zone. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
USC 21, Kentucky 7.
The Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. Kentucky has it back, and the Big Blue offense takes the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the third quarter.
Down 2 possessions. The coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive. Just like they do at the start of the game, they've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a score.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The give to the left. Keeps it moving for a 3-yard gain to the 24. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be fourth down.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the third quarter. They got to get it going now.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Fires to the wideout. And that falls incomplete on fourth down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse. You see, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Fires to the middle. The pass is incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield, and that shot the quarterback took might have been a little too much. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. He'll come out throwing on first down. And that pass is intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That's a bit of a gut puncher for the offense because you went in at halftime, you made your adjustments, you're feeling good about your game plan coming here in the second half, and right away you throw an interception to the defense.
To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
He's looking for an open man on second down. He makes the connection. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these. Big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. First and goal from the 8. The snap sets up the throw. They've got the screen set up. Touchdown, Southern Cal! And they take it in for 6 more points. The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And they knock through the extra point, and they're up 28-7. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job out of the offense extending their lead.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Probably needed to pick up an extra block or 2, but as it is, he'll be stopped at the 28.